Hey, everybody, you see me over here hiding behind here? Okay. That's where I am. So obviously I'm going to play something and do a little talking while I'm playing. Just before I sat down here, I had a flashback of a situation that happened back when I was in high school. I went, where'd that come from? Well, we all know that those things just appear in front of our eyes, but they haven't appeared. They've been whispered into our brain, but they were already in our brain. And the whispers are what our brain is telling us. And I'm going to sit down here, and I decided I would just sit down and tell you people that I was going to talk about the brain creepers. So that's going to be the name of the title, and here we go. I'm going to talk for a minute about it, and we'll see how this turns out. Who knows? And then I will talk at you afterward. I never lose my mind because I have brain creepers that bring me back to reality, and then I get a chance to look back and just, ruin a chair laughing myself out of it. Okay, here we go. Okay. Brain creepers. Thoughts of memories from years gone by. And I mean, just out of the blue, our brain is whispering to us and bringing back that memory we had years ago. And we think, why? I don't want to, that was such a bad memory, I don't want to be dealing with that, blah, 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 on and on. And our brain whispers to us, and it reveals something we didn't know was happening. Because during that time, our frame of mind was not what it is today. So our brain is whispering something to us. A lot of people say deja vu, but I say it's a brain whisperer. Situation I had. I had a situation that was very painful at a young age, very painful. I was almost an adult, but not quite. And it didn't end well. A lot of emotion involved, a lot of pain, excessive pain. So much pain. see the forest for the trees. I was stuck in myself. I had no way to get out. No way to get out. I was in a learning curve, and it was going to take years for me to figure this out. So what did I do? I blamed the person I was with at the time. Why not? They were right there. And I was wrong. And years later, this memory came to me. We watch it in the movies. We watch it all the time in the movies. We watch it in these love affairs. We watch these divorce things, all this stuff. But we don't understand it. We just don't, unless we've had a part of it sometime. And the brain creepers are there to free us, to let us forgive ourselves. We were just kids. We didn't know what we were doing. And because we had the pain, we had a chance to live from it. And if we're strong-willed, we bury that stuff, man. We just kick it in the can and bury it. Them brain keepers and creepers, they don't forget. They know it's there because it's in our brain. We know it's there because it's in our brain. Because it's in our brain. But it hasn't revealed itself yet. And we keep repeating the same mistake over and over again, but we slowly get out of that. We keep trying to figure out what our character defect is doing to us. Why is our personal makeup causing these things to happen over and over again? And then one day, the brain creeper comes out and whispers to us and says, "Do you remember? Do you remember? Do you remember when you picked up that piece of paper on the table? Did you remember what you did? You read it. You said, 'You bitch,' and you threw the dinner on the floor. Why? Because it was all her fault. Today I know truth. It was from my past. Even though I was a young kid, my past was there, and it was causing me to do things from the pain that I experienced as a child. The pain that I didn't understand from the time, but today I knew it because you know why? Because one of them brain creepers came out and it showed me what my parents were doing at the time, which was they were young. They were trying to figure out how to raise a kid. And they made mistakes too. And it took years. And the brain creeper came out and it showed me the truth. Because the truth was always there, but I ignored it. It wasn't my fault. I blame myself for all those years for something that wasn't my fault. It just wasn't my fault. But yet I made sure I suffered and the people around me suffered because it was my fault and I'm a bad person. A bad person. I say the brain creepers, I don't mean they're bad, baby, they're good. And you don't want to ignore them. If something's telling you that you need to go do something that's mean and vicious and everything else, then that ain't a brain creeper. That's the evil in you. And that's a message too. But if your brain creeper's coming out and revealing a memory of the past, it is revealing a little tiny thing of a piece of paper. You know what was on that piece of paper? Just a few words. And they were simple. I love you for who you are. I know you're working through some things. All I saw was a couple letters. All I could remember at the time, and I threw it away and I yelled at that person. She was showing me love, and what did I do? I yelled at her. Boy, I wish I had a brain creeper back then. Oh, my life would have been so different after that. Brain keeper says, hey, he creeped out there and told me the truth. Said, you weren't ready for it then. You're ready for it now. It's 60 years later, man. But guess what? You're finally grown up a little bit. A little bit. Don't fear the brain creepers, man. They're there for us. They're memories. They've been protecting us for years. They're only revealed when they're able to be revealed. Because we're strong enough today, or adult enough today to understand what those are all about. They're just plain brain creepers. Creepers. They are just the creepers that are coming out to save our asses today. They are there to save us and make a better version of us today. Bye-bye. Well, I went somewhere and I came back now, so hi. But anyway, so I expressed something about a brain creeper. You know, whether it made sense to you or not, it depends if you had situations in your past that you never been able to settle in your head, and then you go through some pain remembering them, and you get a deja vu, and you cry a little, and you have a drink, or and then you push it back away. And then that brain creeper brings it back out again later. And maybe you'll do the same thing, or maybe you'll just sit down and open the window to get a little fresh air and just take a minute. Say, wow. Wow. That was just life I was living at the time. I can't expect the other person not to be human. I can't expect myself to be human for things that I didn't know yet. I hadn't been taught those things. Had no way. I was going through the learning process. I couldn't handle it. I made a bad action. I forgive myself for it because I was just a kid. I know better now. And that's the way it is. Hey, talk at you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.